Longtime Western Massachusetts television anchor Barry Kriger is calling it a career, having recently announced his retirement after nearly 40 years of anchoring the news at WWLP TV, Channel 22. He began his distinguished career in 1982, and he sat down with Connecting Point's Ray Hershel to reflect on his career and the changing face of television in the region.
It's something I've been considering for a long time. 69. Most people retire on 65, 66. This business, of course, is very different. But going back maybe 6 years, I never really knew, and from what has happened since, I should have known. Were they going to sign me up for another 3-year hitch? You know, I always thought, this is probably my last contract. This is probably my last contract. And then the last one, they said, and I was probably 66 or 67, and they said, another 3-year deal. I says, yeah, you know what? I don't want to be 70 when I stop this. I said, let's make it a 2-year deal. And then, so I had 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I decided this is going to be it. Yeah. I wanted to stop. I wanted to start, well, I'm still kind of healthy. I wanted to get on with life. And then they gave me the option when I said, when the new general manager came in, he said, he was talking about plans and strategy. And then, I said, so you know, full disclosure, I'm leaving at the end of May. And he said, well, I don't accept that. So we did the wind down, the 4-day, 4-hour weeks.
And you've had an interesting career, almost 40 years, right,
Yep.
in the Springfield market. Yet there was a little bit of a blip there a few years ago. You went to Providence for a couple of years, then came back to Springfield, which is a bit unusual. So you moved and you came back.
Well, I never had any bad feelings about Western Massachusetts. I love it here. I always did. And having at that point worked here for, what was it, 13 years or so, you always think about the bigger market and maybe more money, and at some point you got to go. Then I was 44 years old, and I had an opportunity. And it's funny how that happened. Was some reporter had sent them a demo tape, and on the demo tape they tossed it back to Barry, and the news director there said, "Who's that guy?" And so I got a call out of the blue, and it just kind of worked. And then I was in Providence for 3 years, and there were 3 different station changes, ownership changes, and the last one was they got rid of everybody who had hired me, and they brought in a guy who had been there before, and the guy I was supposed to replace, they signed him to another 3-year deal, and they said, you know, Barry, maybe you should start looking. And then I got another phone call out of the blue from Bill Pepin, and he said, you know, the guy that we replaced you with is doesn't want to work nights anymore. And before we start the national search, would you think about coming back? And I said, I can't say yes fast enough.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, it was the Western Massachusetts gain. That's certainly for sure. As you look back on your career over the years, any particular highlight or highlights that stick out in your mind in terms of either stories you've done, people you've met that you won't forget?
There were so many, and you know, kind of being stuck behind the anchor desk, I got to pick and choose some of the stories I did, but they weren't as copious as the ones maybe you covered. You were in the trenches all that time, Ray.
Long time, yeah.
And everybody respects you. I respect you. I'm amazed that I'm here being interviewed by you.
No,
but this is very cool.
You're kind. Thank you.
But one of the stories that stands out was I like the health stories. I like the financial stories. I was doing something on organ donation. And they hooked me up, Bay State Medical Center hooked me up with this woman who was waiting for a kidney. And she was in dialysis, and it was a very special kind of dialysis that went on overnight. And she was a great person, is a great person, Julie Gentile. I don't think she minds if I name her. She lives in South Hadley. And we got to know each other pretty well, and we were involved in the search for a donor. And when you have kidneys, because everybody has 2 kidneys, a living person can donate a kidney.
Sure.
So they were looking for that, and one time she gives me a call. She says, we got somebody. So we did a story about that. And we did a story about dialysis. It was a series, and an ongoing series. And it turned out to be a childhood friend who lived in California, who was a match, and was going to come back and donate a kidney. So they have to go through a screening process. While he was going through the screening process, they discovered that he had a very small cancerous growth on one of his kidneys. which eliminated him from being a donor,
Sure.
but saved his life because it was such a small thing, there were no symptoms, that was a blessing for him.
Life-saving event.
You know, and because he was a generous of spirit and like that, he wanted to give her a kidney. His life was saved. She eventually did find another donor, and I spoke with her recently, and so that's a story that stands out for me.
What's the reaction been like since you announced your retirement? You've worked your final day, but you're out every day, either at the store, doing this or that. Have you found that people are listening and are telling you that they're going to miss you and that kind of thing? What's the reaction been among community?
It's been a quiet explosion.
Yeah.
On social media, of course, but of course in my interactions every day. I go to Costco, I go to the supermarket, and I'm seeing people all the time. And yes, they do say that, you know, well deserved, I'm going to miss you, I miss you. I'm surprised at all the attention. It started when I made the announcement 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah. Well, when you're on television on a regular basis, you become part of the audience family out there. You're in their living rooms every day, and you're their television family. It got me to thinking, in the last year and a half, we've seen a big swing and a big switch in terms of newscasters on the air in Western Massachusetts. Dave Mattson, who had been on for almost 45 years, retired earlier this year. You just retired after nearly 40 years.
Then there's Ray Hershel, who retired after 50 years.
50 years, yeah, about a year and a half ago. So there is going to be a little bit of a changing face, if you will, won't there, of newscasters here in Western Massachusetts?
Well, not only will there be a changing face, but what you just described is the end of an era. We're not going to see in this market, I don't think, a person who's going to come to this market and stay in this market for 3 and 4 decades and be committed to this market. It's probably just not going to happen because of the way the business has changed, because of the way, I mean, broadcast television, while very significant and still important to so many people, is getting smaller. And everybody is going to the web. Everybody's going to their mobile device. They want the news right now when they want it.
And that's one of the big changes in the business over the years. Technology, of course, has changed tremendously. What is the biggest change you've noticed? Is it the social media angle now and people getting the news perhaps through iPhones and the internet? And that?
The internet ruined everything, didn't it, Ray?
It's a different time, that's for sure.
I kind of like writing for the web. It's more of a long form. It's more like newspaper writing, but you still want to make sure your sentences are short. But I don't get enough chance to do that, or I didn't get enough chance to do that. It's mostly broadcast writing, but it does give you a chance to do something more long form when you're doing it on the web.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, what have you thought about the future? Or are you just going to take it easy for a while now?
I have an immediate plan. I'm actually going to go on I guess we'll call it a vacation. I'm going to go for a visit overseas with my brother and sister-in-law.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be away for about 18 days or something. And I'm going to come back. It'll be dead of winter. It'll be the middle of January and or late January. No, I don't have any big plans. I've never been one to make plans. I don't know why I would start now. I'm sort of curious to see what happens and what appeals to me and what interests me, and I'll get involved that way.
Any final thoughts, Barry, as you retire now, either about this market, the people of Western Massachusetts, as you decide to start that new chapter in your own life? Any final thoughts for us today?
People have been so kind to me. I really appreciate it. I am very, very grateful for this opportunity, for 22 News, WWLP, which gave me the opportunity to have a career and a life here in Western Massachusetts in a place that I love. And I think people should just cherish that. I cherish it. And I as I say, I have 100,000 friends I haven't met yet. I will continue to meet you one at a time. And that's my immediate plan. And people have been very nice to me, and I'm happy about this.